Hey guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. I want to talk about the power of knowledge. Knowledge is very powerful. That's why every people always seek for knowledge. They always seek for idea. They always seek for what they are going to, what they can be able to acquire to grow themselves, to build themselves, to develop themselves. That's why rich people always focus on idea. They always focus on knowledge. For example, wealthy people focus on knowledge. Rich people focus on things. That's why you see rich people, maybe they will just be acquiring things, buying wristwatch. They focus on acquisition. This is my car, this is my house, this is my duplex, this is my car, this is my business. They focus on acquisition. But rich people focus on, wealthy people focus on idea. Because they know that idea rule the world. Idea. For example, Elon Musk today, they are not really seeking for material things. They are seeking for idea that they can be able to build products to change the world. That's what they are looking for. For example, there was a story in the Bible of Joseph with Pharaoh. What Joseph actually brought to Pharaoh was an idea that God gave him the idea to be able to solve Pharaoh's problem. So, if any great man you meet, they always seek for idea. They don't really seek for liability. They don't seek for things. They seek for idea. Someone that could be able to solve their problem. Someone that can solve their problem for them. Either spiritual, material, someone that has the idea of solution of their problem. Then rich people focus on acquisition. They focus on this my car, this my. Anybody you see that is always focused on this my car, this my house, this my this. They always focus on acquisition. Of course, acquisition is not bad, but the poor people focus on money alone. I will see someone that is always looking for money, and money you see, money is an exchange. In the exchange for value. Money is not really the what we are. It's not really the paper. Money is not really the paper. Money is different from the paper. The paper is the promissory note. So if you are going to look for money, even though you are going to look for money, you must look for value, either intellectual property or physical material that you'll be able to build to valuable outcome to sell. That's value. Either you have it intellectually or physically, add it together and sell it, or technologically. That's value. They will be able to sell it to have money. But for example, people are always seeking for money, and money should not be the first aim. Should not be the ultimate goal. Life is all about purpose. All the great people you see today, they are not really after the money. They are after the service. They are after the service. Bill Gates today is not really after money. He's after service. He is serving us with his Microsoft. Mark Zuckerberg is serving us with the Facebook. Jeff Bezos is serving us with Amazon. You see, they are serving us. They are not really. They are serving. It's not really the money. Money will come. Money, you gain money by the value you have already exchanged. So if you don't exchange value, you will never have money. If you don't exchange value, you will never have money. Money is you serve. After you have served, you will not gain money. So money is not really the main goal. The main goal is to serve. It's to serve. Is to acquire relevant knowledge, relevant skills that you can offer. That's why even though your brother, maybe your uncle is rich, and you go to him, all the thing anytime you go to a meeting, you go to visit him, you always ask for money. A day will come, he will shut his gate before you, because you are not adding any value to his or her life. So you must be able to add value. Because if you are not offering value, you will be useless in the marketplace. You will be useless. Nobody will regard you. you will be worthless. Even though inwardly you are not worthless, but you will be worthless, because it is the value you give that determines your growth. For example, in organization, in company today, in every organization, anybody they promoted is not really because he's working from morning to evening. It's because he so has grown. She has developed himself, she has built value over time. What she is offering, or what he is offering is, he has developed leadership capacity. That's why he's promoted to the next level. But if you are always seeking for promotion, you should not be seeking for promotion. Promotion is a result. What is the result? After you have served, after you have built, after you have grown, your CEO, your manager, senior manager, executive, everybody will know that you are not supposed to be in this same particular spot you are. They will promote you. But what that will happen, people always seek for the promotion first. They seek for the promotion, they want to go to another level, they form union. I've been working in this company for years, I'm not promoting, they are not promoting me, this, that. No, because what you are offering is not really valuable to them, to the company. You are just spending 8 hours doing nothing. You are just being busy without being productive, because you can be busy without being productive. So you must be productive. Ask yourself, what have I learned today? That's why anywhere you go, you don't go to earn. You don't go to earn. You go to learn. Your learning capacity is determined by your earning capacity. If you don't learn, you are dying. If you stop learning, you have started dying. So anywhere you go, any organization you find yourself, always focus on the learning. Focus on what you are going to learn from this organization. Focus on how you are going to grow yourself. That's why if the company is talking about training, you should be able to attend, because those are the events that will be able to grow you. So you must focus on idea, focus on solution. For example, any organization you see, they are actually pyramid. The first people are the junior staff. If you check very carefully, you will see that the junior staff are not really productive in their mind, in their intellectual. All they do is just the physical work, the computer, the physical work they are just based on, and they are the one that pay. They are the one that receive the less salary, even though they are the one that is laboring the most in the organization. Why? Because they are still working with their physical body. They are still trying to labor for 12 hours so that I will be promoted. Then the second one is let me just say the executive, the managers. Those people are still working physically, but all they are doing is just to supervise, just to sign paper. Their mind has grown. They are now leading by their mind, by their intellectual capacity. They are no longer working physically just to be seen. You see, they have grown from that physical labor to another intellectual capacity. They have grown. Then the upper one is the CEO. The CEO don't even, all he does is just to read, study, sign paper, maybe sometimes 1 week he has not even come to office. Of course, he can be able to work from home. You see, so it's not really the physical labor. Even though, for example, if your company is facing a challenge and you bring a single idea that changes the product entirely and the company grew, you must be promoted. You must be promoted. You can even grow from junior staff within a year or 2 years to manager, to senior manager, to executive, because of the idea, the value you brought. Not really the time you spend. People have labeled themselves that they must serve in an organization for maybe 1 year, for maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years before they can be able to grow to the ceiling. But it's not really that compulsory that you must get there before you can be promoted. You must be 15, 20 years before you can be promoted. You can be promoted even after 6 months. Based on your value, based on what you are bringing, based on your leadership capacity, your skills, the problem you are solving, not really the time. People, you are paid for the value you offer, for the problem you solve, for the value you offer. That's how you are paid. You are not really paid for the time, even though you build the value with the time, but you are paid for the value you offer, not really the time. If it was the time that pays, it was the time. If it was the time that dictates how we were paid. People that are laboring 24 hours, carrying block, doing this, laboring physically. I'm not saying that it's not bad, but they would have been rich by now. Why? But they are not being productive. That's why you need to work smart. There is difference between working smart and working hard. You can work hard without working smart. Wealthy people work smart. Even though they know that they can do the work by themselves, they will delegate it to people, to manager, so that they could be able to do something that is more important. Prioritize, you see. So you must be able to think differently. You must delegate work to people and do another task that is productive, that is valuable to you. That's why most of the CEO today, they are just delegating the work to people, because they have things to do that they know that is valuable to them. They need to build idea that will grow the company. So seek for personal development. There is a guy called Jim Rohn. There was one of his quotes I encountered a few years ago. He said, work on yourself more than you do on your job. Work on yourself than you do on your job. But people work on their job than they do on themselves. And it is your value. It is how you have been worked on yourself over time that will determine if you will grow in your work or not. Not really the physical labor you are laboring. It's either you are learning in the physical labor, either you are learning. Because if you are not learning, you will just remain in the same place. Someone that came, you come before him or her came, he will grow more than you. He will be promoted more than you. Not because he has not spent enough time, but because he has brought value to the company, to the organization. You see, so you must be valuable. You must be valuable. Seek value. If you heard that maybe people are going to attend seminar, you see seminar events, try to attend, even though it's 5,000, 10,000, even though it's YouTube, try to attend. For example, if you encounter books that will change your life, people are saying that this book is very good, try to buy it and read it. Even though it is 1 week it takes you to finish it, just try and read it, because it will do something in your mind. You see, so try and be, for example, magazine, books, tape. Try to listen to tape. Don't stop wasting time, because time is the most valuable asset in the world. Anywhere you are going, try to get something that you will be listening to, that will be growing you. Try to, because if the knowledge you say, you can be around something. You can be around something without you seeing it. Because we are only looking with our eyes. We are not really seeing with our eyes. We are looking. You can be around something without you seeing it. Because you have not gained the knowledge of the thing. You have not gained the knowledge of the thing. It's after you have gained the knowledge, you will now discover that, wow, so this thing was here ever since, but I have not been able to see it. Why? Because you have not trained your mind to see. That's how wealth is. If you don't train your mind to see wealth, you can never see wealth. You must you must grow. That's why what a guy said, he said, you cannot solve a problem in the way you are. The same way you were when you cause the problem. You must grow to another level before you can be able to solve the problem. So before you can see opportunity around you, because opportunity is everywhere. Opportunity is everywhere, but even this thing I'm doing now is opportunity, but I've been thinking about it for years, but I was just feeling resistant, like hesitant that I won't be able to start. Suddenly, I now grew to some extent that I discovered no, I need to do this thing to serve, to change my world, to serve people. That's how I start this. That's why I started this. So opportunities everywhere. Opportunities everywhere. Opportunity. The acronym. The word POUR. Acronym POUR is passing over opportunity repeatedly. That is POOR. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. Remember, it's not saying that you are not seeing opportunity repeatedly or you are missing opportunity repeatedly. That means everybody in this world is seeing opportunity, but we are just passing them. We are passing over opportunity repeatedly. Someone that is poor is it's not necessarily because he's not seeing opportunity, or it's because of his family background, or because of his educational qualification, academic qualification, or because of his country, or because of government. No. Those are not really the problems. So those can have effects on yourself, on your dream. But what really matters is who you are, who you are. Because before you can see opportunity, you must build yourself. Build yourself. As you are growing, you will not begin to see opportunity that was there that you were not seeing ever since. You were not seeing. But as you grow, as you build, you will not discover that so opportunity was around me, but I was not seeing it. So why are people poor? Opportunity, they pass opportunity. So why are they passing opportunity? They have not grown. They have not built themselves to see, to dictate opportunity. Why are they not building themselves? Laziness. Why are they lazy? Not really physical, mental laziness. Because if you work on yourself, you will see the world differently. Everything you see, it will be different to you. That's why rich people, if there is a crisis in anywhere, if people come to, maybe if people encounter the crisis, rich and the poor already, they will see the crisis in different perspective. The poor person will tell you that no, this is opportunity, this is crisis, so I'm finished, everything is gone, I'm this, I'm that. Of course, there's nothing bad, but rich people will see opportunity. So what is happening? These people, they are crash people. Food, there is no food, so I need to bring food to sell. Solve problem. The same problem, the same crisis, but different perspective. So it's how you see the world. It's how you really see. Not really the way you see the world. It's not really the way the world is. The way you are seeing the world today, it's not the way the world is. The world is different, but it's the way you are that you are going to see the world from your own view, points of view. There was a book I read called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. I think it is here. Look at this book. There was a picture the author showed to us that the picture alone has some points of view is a young girl, some points of view is an old woman. But the first time I encountered the picture, I saw the young girl. But some people will see the old woman. Why? Because who you are determine what you are seeing, who you have built yourself to see. If you are a doctor, for example, if you encounter someone that puts on engineering clothes and maybe is injured, the first thing you will see is the soul, because that's who you have built inwardly. That's who you are. If you want to see money, you must train yourself to see money, because you cannot see money with your physical eyes. You must train your mind. That's why a verse in the Bible that says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." You see, as a man thinketh in his heart, so you see. Not say will be, so it already is. As you are thinking today now, as you are thinking in your mind currently now, that's who you really are. Not really what you are saying, what you are doing physically. What you are thinking, you can be lying to people, but who you are inwardly, it's only God that knows who you really are. So what am I talking about? You must build. You must train yourself to see opportunity. You must train, because opportunity are passing. You are not just seeing it. Not the village. Nigeria has opportunity, but we have been trained to see only the problem of Nigeria, and people are still becoming a millionaire today. Why? Because they are seeing the world in different perspective. We are always seeing the poor side, the infrastructure side, the challenge, the problem. We are not seeing the opportunity that Nigeria have. Nigeria today is one of the, for example, in the economy, I think it's number 2 in economy in Africa, even though Nigeria has gone down for the past 30-20 years, even though Nigeria before, Naira and dollar was the same, even Naira was higher than dollar. Yes, the economy has gone down, but we must not be thinking that way. Because it is what you see. It is what you are looking for that you will see. If you are looking for problem, you will see problem. Yes, if you are built on yourself to be able to see problem, just be seeing crisis. You will just be seeing crisis. But if you build yourself to see weight, you will just be seeing weight. You will just be seeing opportunity. Wow. So this business is here, and I'm feeling hesitated ever since. So this thing, I'm feeling relentless. So this thing is ever since. This opportunity is here. You see, so you will not be able to see them. But without you building yourself, you can never see them. You can never see them. That's why there is a guy in the Bible that asked God, I think it's King Solomon, after he has done a lot of things, sacrifice, he went to sleep, and God came to him in a dream. He said, son, what do you want? He said, Lord, give me understanding, give me discerning heart to be able to see judgment, wisdom. Look at what someone has, not really his enemy, not his fire, his enemy, not riches, not material things. He asked for intellectual capacity, and God gave it to him. He said, because you have not asked for your enemy, ask for riches, I will give you what you didn't ask for. So if you, oh God, you must be asking for wisdom, because if you have wisdom, if you know things, if you have the knowledge, people will be drawing towards you, because knowledge is like light. It's light. I won't lie to you. It's light. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. If you are consistent, if you acquire knowledge, if you are speaking, people will see that no, this guy, and you must be confident about what you are saying. You must be practicing it. People, your certainty alone, people will know that no, this guy, what he's saying is resonating with his word. So I will follow him. Not that you are saying something, your body language is doing this very thing. So you must be confident about what you believe. You must be confident about, you must acquire wisdom, you must acquire knowledge, you must gain understanding, because the world is going, the way the world works, as everybody are born neutral. Even though we are born with purpose, but we are born neutral. As we are growing our environment, who we are learning from, our family, we now begin to download thoughts, behavior, character, maybe from our parents, from our school, from society, from church, from mosque. We now begin to grow, begin to download all those negative thoughts that we are poor, we are this, and Nigeria is this, we are this. If you believe those thoughts, that's what you will see. Even though yes, physically there are challenges, I'm not denying, but if you are just focusing on the problem, is the only problem you will see. You see, there is a verse in the Bible. That's why the Bible, the Bible you see is very, very powerful. Not even only religious. If you want to read, even though you are not religious, just try to read the Bible. The Bible, it says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, not the lack of prayer. You can pray, but it said knowledge. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, not the lack of for fasting, or maybe the lack of prayer, or the lack of giving. You of course giving is good, but the lack of knowledge, and people are destroyed. So without knowledge, you can be destroyed. Without knowledge, you will be destroyed. Without knowledge, you will be destroyed. But if you have knowledge, you can never be destroyed, because you will know. Even investing today, there are businesses. For example, there are people who want to go to business, want to invest in stock market, bonds, treasury bills, cryptocurrencies, which are legitimate. But before you go to any business, you must be able to train you must read books, you must study about all the business. You must study about the risk that is involved on the business. You must study the companies, know What is the foundation? What is the business? What is the core meaning of this business before you be able to invest? Not that you just come outside, just know I want to invest, and you lost your money. You will not be complaining that no, I won't do it again. No, you must build yourself. There is a guy called Warren Buffett, one of the richest investors in the world. He reads 6 hours every day. He has been doing it for over 40 years now. 6 hours every day, because he's an investor. He has trained his mind. Even though stock market crash, he never give up. If he has failed many times, but he still continue. So the crisis we are seeing is the crisis over our mind. For example, if everything you are seeing is everything is a scam, this business is a scam, these people, this internet business is a scam, these people is a scam, government is a scam, it's because you are scam. You are a liar yourself, because everything in this world cannot be scam. There are genuine people, even though yes, there are bad government, but out of the 100, even though there are some 40%, 30% out of the 100 that are still good, but we are only focused on the bad people. If you are only focused on the bad people in this world, that means you are bad. If all you are seeing, if all you are attracting is evil people, is bad people, it's because you are bad yourself. Because if you are good people, that's why he say, if you want to attract good people, if you want to have good friends, you must be good friend yourself. He say a good friend must show himself friendly. Iron sharpens iron. Your friend will sharpen you. All you are looking for is just bad people, bad government. Everybody is bad, criticizing. I'm not saying that there is no bad government, of course. They are looting there, but you must not be focusing on that or those aspects alone. Because if what you are focusing on, and they say where focus go, energy flow. Where energy flow, attention go. So where you are focusing your energy, you will begin to see that result. Because I have discovered that the law of expectation. Anything you are looking for, you will see. Anything you are looking for in this world, if you're with your mind, you are expecting, you are just looking for it, you are just looking for the negative part, the problem, you will see problem. So you must change your mind from those crises, from those problems, that's why Nigeria today, people are relocated to abroad, which is not bad if it is purposely, if it is done intentionally, purposely. Because there are some people that was not born to just live in Nigeria and die. There are people who will just traveling, going back, coming back, and there are people who just go. Their purpose, they will just go there, stay there throughout their life. Maybe they will just be coming once in 10 years, once in 50 years, but their life is just abroad, London, America. But there are people who are their destiny is this Nigeria. They are just born to live in this Nigeria, even though they can be traveling, going for vacation, coming back maybe after 2 weeks. But they will just tell you that Nigeria, there is no opportunity in Nigeria. They want to relocate to abroad. There are poor people in America. There was a news I saw yesterday. There are poor people there are people pushing carts in America. But you now we just, of course they are rich, don't get me wrong. They are massive millionaire in America. Young people, technology. They are rich with, and of course there are also poor people in America. Poor people in London. There was a guy that was saying yesterday, a few months ago now. He said everybody are thinking that Africa is poor, Nigeria is poor. But you don't know that there are poor people in America. Homeless people, there are poor people in America. Poor people is everywhere. But we are only seeing the rich people in online. But that's why if for example, if you take a good from Nigeria to London, to UK, to America, it will not suddenly transform or change to become lion, because it will remain a good. And equally, if you also take a lion from Nigeria and take it to London, take it to America, it will remain lion. So it's not really the location, it's who you are. It's not really the physical location. Yeah, of course, don't get me wrong. There are times you just change physical location and everything begin to change. No man, that's true. You can just change physical location and everything will just work fine. But it's not necessarily mean that it's your physical location that is worrying. It's the mindset of the people. It's your mindset. That's your mindset. If it does not change, you will not. Even though if you go to America, what you will see is just all those jobs, 5 jobs, 10 jobs. From this one to this one, you sleep only 2 hours. Those are the opportunities you will see. You will not be able to see the business. Why? Because when you were in Nigeria, you were seeing crisis. Even though if you get there, There was a news I watched not too long ago. I was seeing people in America and British. They are saying that tax is too much. This is too much. The tax is spread. This with this. Those are crying. They are in financial crisis. They are, even though people are rich in the country, we are praising America, praising UK, but people are there. They are saying that they want to go to come to Nigeria. They want to come to Africa because the tax. Because of their mindset, they are taking poor. If you are poor, not because you lack, poverty is not about lack, it's not physical lacking, or it's not what you lack physically. Poverty is not something you are lacking. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. Without that mindset, you can never, your life will just remain in the same spot forever. If you don't change that mindset, your life will remain in the same place. We are relocating. Of course, it is purpose. There is nothing bad, but if you are relocating because of financial crisis, economic crisis, resource crisis, government crisis, you are taking the wrong step. You are taking the wrong step. You should not relocate to abroad because of just financial crisis. You should relocate purposely that, okay, yes, I'm going to fulfill my purpose. I'm going there because of, I'm not just relocating because of problem. I'm relocating because I have something to fulfill there. That's good. But if you are relocating because of economic crisis, no, nothing is good in Nigeria. Nigeria is poor. I cannot make it in Nigeria. People are making it. Dangote, the richest man in Africa, is from Nigeria. I don't really know how you just look at this Nigeria, this Africa. The richest man in the Africa is from Nigeria, and you are saying Nigeria is not good. It's how you see the world. It's your mindset. It's your mindset. People are rich. People are becoming wealthy. Telecommunication, cryptocurrencies, businesses, passive income, bonds, treasury bills. People are investing. People are making it. But you are seeing the crisis part, the economic crisis part, the government part. And government alone cannot solve Nigeria problem. Only government alone, just the government alone can never solve Nigeria problem. It's the individual that are in Nigeria. Of course, the government have a role to play. The government leadership, because there was a guy that said everything rise and fall in leadership. So leadership is very crucial. It's very critical. So we need leadership, of course. But only the leadership alone, they cannot be able to solve Nigeria problem. We citizens, we need to be productive. We need to maximize our resources, not to be importing. We need to be exporting, because if we export, our naira will be valuable in the marketplace. So we citizens, we have a role to play. We need to be patriotic citizenship. We need to be patriotic. We need to support the nation, not just to be backslide by sabotaging it. Because we are the one that is destroying the nation. Both the leaders, everybody. Nigeria really is not really a location. America is not really a location, even though there is a location, but America is a mindset. Nigeria is a mindset. Nigeria is the people, not really the location. It's the people that is in the Nigeria that is Nigeria, not really the location. So if you mention Nigeria and people are saying that Nigeria is not good, it's the people, their mindset, what they are thinking. America does not think, most of their leaders, look at Donald Trump, they are not thinking lack. Look at what the America is doing across the globe. Look at their military. Look at their business. Look at their government. Everything is automated. Even their voting, you can be voting from house. They have advanced their mindset. Our leader because our leader are limiting us. They are limiting the nation. They are limiting the resources. Because you can have resources without vision. If you have resources without vision, the resources will be useless. Now we have a massive resources everywhere. Delta State have a lot of oil. Benin, Edo State have a lot of oil. Akwa Ibom have a lot of oil, crude oil. Port Harcourt have a lot of crude oil. Everywhere have crude oil, but we are not using it. It's as if we are. I don't know. We are our mindset. If we cannot change our mindset, all our resources will just be useless. If the leaders does not change their mindset, if the president, the senate, the House of Rep, they don't change their mindset, all the resources will just be useless. All the income, the revenue, the GDP, the GNP, everything will just be useless because there is no direction. all we need from Nigerian leaders is not really their paparazzi, their buga, their physical. We need their vision. We need their pop. Where are they taking us to? Because you cannot go to the future you have not seen. So they must tell us where they are going. Where they are going. Tinubu, our president, His Excellency, where are you going? We must know where you are going. You must be broadcasting, even though at least once in a week. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Nigerian citizens, my people, let's talk. What are we patrolling? What are we doing? What are we producing? You must be communicating to the people you are leading. So what we need now is vision, is purpose, is direction. Where we are going is direction. We don't really plan 50 years plan, 100 years plan, because we only think of 4 years plan, and that cannot be possible. Nation can never build. There is a quote that says, "Rome was not built in a day," which is of course truth. Rome was not built in a day. It was built in a matter of years. But we Nigeria want to build a nation within only 4 years or 8 years. It's not possible. It's not possible. We must have years. We must plan ahead. We must plan 50 years, 100 years. We must be able to plan that we will leave legacy. Not just America today. All those Abraham Lincoln, Washington, all those their presidents, the founding fathers. They are the ones that built America today, that their cities, their descendants are enjoying today. They are the ones that built it. Henry Ford, those are the entrepreneurs that built the nation today. And America are enjoying today. All of them have a 24-hour electricity today. Because their founding fathers have built something, are waiting for them, their descendants. And today, the Elon Musk, all those people, they are still building for their descendants tomorrow, even though they will also enjoy. But our leaders, they are not thinking about descendants, they are thinking about now. Borrowing money we cannot pay. Because we know that we know that before 40 years from now we are already gone. So Nigeria will suffer it. We are borrowing billions of dollars that we cannot pay in our tenure, in our administration period. So we must be very careful with borrowing, because the borrower is a servant to the lender. So if we are borrowing, we will continue to be servant to the Western nation, to IMF, World Bank. Why are we borrowing? Even though we are borrowing to solve problems, to solve the social problem, maybe all those roads, electricity. Look at Aso Rock. They have built solar in Aso Rock. That is a disgrace to the nation. How can capital territory, Abuja, Aso Rock, install solar? That's not leadership. You are not showing a good. That's a good example that Nigeria is going. They are not trying to solve. They are not even trying to solve the electricity, the power supply, the energy lights in Nigeria. That's a symptom already that these people are not serious. How can you install solar in the Aso Rock where there is no light everywhere? So that's already, they are already saying that no, we are not even. Because why are they doing this? Because most of them are selling fuel. Most of the government, most of the house of rep, they have refinery, they are selling fuel. They are selling generator. So why would they even do light for you? Why would they do light? You think these people are wise? Why would they do light for you? Why would they do light? Because they have generator, they have generator, they are selling, they have plants, they are importing. They have goods that they are importing to sell tonight, because if there is electricity, all their businesses will crash. All their businesses. That's why the electricity we are facing, we that have everything, we need to build them. Look, oh God. We need to be showing good example. The leadership need to be showing good example to us. They need to show us, tell us where they are going, so that we can be patriotic with them. We can help them. We can be productive, because citizens, of course, they are the ones that build nation, not really the leader. Leaders only bring vision, the direction, the purpose. Then the citizen are the people that will bring the resources, utilize the resources that we have. Technology, agriculture. For example, today we are still importing food. Common apple, we are still importing food. After 60 years of independence, why are we after 60 years of independence, we are still importing food. Our leader cannot provide a tractor for people to be farming. Our leader, we need direction from you people. It's the only direction we need. We don't really need promises. I want to give you a basket of rice, vote for me, do this, I will do that. We are even the problem of Nigeria. We are the problem. Why are we even collecting all those things that we know that if the thing work, that thing is finished? Because we see that is our basic need. That's why we are collecting it. Instead of us to ask a crucial, a critical, the most important question, we are taking bag of rice, sack of basket of rice, cup of rice for voting. We are exchanging our birth. Don't you know that we are exchanging our birthright, our rights? We are exchanging our rights. Look at this story, Bible. He exchanged birthright to Jacob, to Isaac and me. So we must use our rights. We must know we must be very careful the leader we vote in. Leader that have purpose, that has passion of where he is going, that has passion for the nation, that has passion for Africa, that has passion for Nigeria, for Nigeria youth, for Nigeria children, for the school system, the educational system, the electricity 24. We need Nigeria is supposed to be using 24-hour electricity. There was something I saw. People we are we are extracting oil, we are producing oil, crude oil, to people that are using 24-hour electricity. And we that owns the oil that they are using, we don't have 24-hour electricity. There is something wrong with our mindset, my brother, my fellow Nigeria. There is something wrong. Because until that software that is running our mind change, nothing can ever happen to this nation. Nothing can ever happen. There is software that is running our mind. If you give average Nigeria today 5 million or travel to abroad and get a better job, he will collect the abroad because he is not seeing hope in Nigeria. He's not seeing hope. Our leader need to change. They need to change. They need to know where they need to show us where they are going to. They need to show where the nation is going. You need to show us where the nation is going. Even though you are 80 years, 70 years, that does not really mean that you cannot be a leader. You can be 70 and yet still have vision, still be purposeful. Look at Nelson Mandela. I think he was 80 something or 70 something before he became president of South Africa. When he fought the apartheid and won. He won. So it's not really your age. It's your mindset. It's your mindset towards the people, towards the nation, not towards yourself. Well, our leaders always focus on what they are going to acquire. What they are going to acquire, what they are going to get. They focus on the next election, not the next generation. They focus on the next election. How am I going to win the next election? When you just begin something, when you just move, something you just move, you are focusing on the next 2027. Why are we thinking like that? Focus on the next election, not the next generation. We are not focusing on the people. And they said the democracy is about the people, for the people, and with the people. But they are not really for the people. They are for themselves. They are selfish people. Even though there are some people that are good, of course, everybody cannot be bad, but I think majority or some of them, they are selfish. They always focus on what they are going to get. Focus on what they are going to acquire. Acquisition. Bury money on ground. In the ground. That's poverty. Because if all you have is money, just money alone, you are poor now. Why would you just... If you have money and your health is deteriorating, your health is collapsing, you are poor. Our government today, they have money, but they don't have the real income that is bringing the money. That is looting. So all these things in Nigeria must change. How will it change? It depends on us. We Nigeria youth, we Nigeria patriotic citizenship. It depends on us. It doesn't depend on the leader, even though they have a role to play, they have a part to play, of course. I'm not denying the fact that they have the role to play, but we have the major role to play, because if someone invents a product in Nigeria to listen to me, if someone invents a product or open a massive company in Nigeria today that's worth billions, trillions of dollars, within a matter of 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, our economy will grow. And even if our economy grow, even if there is no leader and the economy has grown, the resources will still be useless. Because they have not trained their mind to see what we have. Our leaders are not really seeing what we have. I'm telling you the truth. They are not seeing the resources we have. What they are seeing in the resources, they are just seeing export. They are seeing cash. They want to see cash. They want to sell it. Object. They want to build the value to be able to export it, to gain dollar, to gain foreign exchange. But what they are doing is they want to just to sell it. The crude oil run. They don't want to be impatient. That means there is something. Our leader have understand something. They are impatient. They don't want to build it. They don't want to refine it. They are impatient. So that they can do what they are going to do. They can. God. We must be patient. Rome was not built in a day. We must be patient. We must have a long-term plan, not short-term plan. Long-term plan. Plan that will outlive you. Those are the plans we need. We are impatient. That's why the whole Nigeria that has a lot of crude oil, we don't have, our refinery is not really working. Even though if it was not Dangote now, even Dangote fuel is also high, but if it was not Dangote now, all the refinery in Nigeria, they are not working. Why? Focus on exporting, importing, importation. Something you sold, and you will not buy it back. Because you don't know how to build value, you don't know how to refine, you don't know how to utilize, to build resources. We are limiting our leaders are limiting us to their. Even though entrepreneurs rise up today in this nation, and the tasks are massive, every year is moving. If the leader does not have direction, Nigeria will still remain in the same place. Nigeria's problem now is not really the resources, so I'm telling you the truth. Even though there are minor problems in the resources, but Nigeria's problem now is not the resources, it's the people. We are the problem. Not the resources. We need to leave the resources we need to solve Nigeria's problem now. We need to leave the resources at the corner. We talk individually, patriotically. Where are we going? What are we building? Which people are we building? Which electricity? What are we building? Not really the resources, because the resources. I've said it earlier. If resources is there without you seeing the resources, the value in the resources will be useless. It will be useless in your eye. Because if you are seeing resources, you are seeing two things. One of them is just to sell it, get the cash. Then the other one is to refine it. That's what Traore is doing in Burkina Faso today now. But we are still focusing on the exporting. We want to gain. Our leader just need the money now. And that cannot work. It can never work. We must be patriotic. Our leader must be proactive. We must also be proactive. We must be forgetting about what has happened in the past. Then where are we going? We must be talking about where we are going to go next. We must talk about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching.